Today's adventure begins with a salute to America. 250 years of our beloved nation. As the time of this recording, it is January 2nd, 2026. As you can see, it is a much brighter, much happier day, but it is a little colder than I'd like it to be, but still, I'm thankful to be living in the good old US of A. Welcome, everyone. Michael Cook here, the series creator and the voice of Chucky Chicken. It's my second channel, my daily vlog channel, Cock-a-doodle-doo. It's the way of the woo. It's the Daily Cluck. I'm in a much better mood today. It is a glorious sunny day here in the suburbs of Chicago. And I got to tell you, it may be 21 degrees, but we are going to have an adventure today. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something fun. And I'm taking you along with me. So join the crew. Let's have some fun. First off on our adventure today, we got to do the first ever oil change on Rocco. I've had him about a month. I've put on quite a few miles. So now's the time to go ahead and get him all lubed up. And that was a relatively painless process, getting the oil change, the first one on this little car. Surprisingly, I had 55% oil left, but, you know, I felt okay just going ahead and getting her done. I actually have a little bit of an idea of what we could do, but we're just going to have to see where it goes. For those who are wondering, yes, I am feeling exponentially better today. I really feel that with the sun being gone for as long as it was, as well as just the overwhelming cold, you know, that can affect a person really greatly. So it's nice that, you know, day 2 of the new year is bringing some sun and maybe not warmth, a little bit of warmth. It's warmer than it has been. We're heading west. Very soon I'll be making my way down this road permanently and not coming back for a long time. But I got a lot of work to do before I can make that dream a reality. Just giving you some beautiful views of Route 71 westbound. Look at that. I just love the windmills. The windmills, the farms, the silos. I was a little bit of a late bloomer when it came to moving out on my own. My first ever move out experience was in January of 2010, so 16 years ago, and I moved out to Anaheim, California to do the Disney College program. Was out there for 2 months. That's a story for when we're in California, so hold on for that one. But and it took another, I want to say 3 or 4 years, but then I eventually found myself moving on again when I got a job at the Fox River Resort. And yeah, I had to get a new apartment. And it was here when, in late January of 2015, I made my new home at Newark, Illinois, at 1 South Johnson Street, the Viking Apartments. At the time, my mother had just been given her diagnosis of breast cancer, and she had just done her treatment. At the time, the relationship between me and my parents was not exactly the best. My dad came to me and he said, you know, Mike, I think you need to find your own place. I was 26 at the time. So I was ready. I had a job that was paying me decently well. And I went ahead and found an apartment. And of course, I found an apartment that was relatively close to my job. The Fox River Resort is about 10 minutes west of here. Oh, this is cool. It is definitely one of those towns that you don't realize you're going through when you're going through it. Wow, look at these old buildings. This is kind of insane. And then over there is, of course, the industrial side of Newark. Got the water tower. Still a farming town. All these years later. Still have some businesses. Got the homegrown meat company right here. And then right next to it, we got an ice cream parlor. Homegrown ice cream, homegrown meat. In Newark, Illinois. Looks like they're brand new. They've been here for about 5 years. Very cool. Here's the old bank building, which is, this makes me sad. Like, I love old buildings like this, the architecture. You can see right there in the shadow, maybe. I'll try and zoom in. There we got, it says bank, so we know it was the bank building. Now again, I am not an urban explorer, so I'm not going to go inside the building. But you can see remnants of it just a little bit. The old fan in the ceiling. This makes me sad. I wish that people took better care of monuments like this. Because who knows, this is probably one of those turn of the century buildings. You know, this whole town, so old. It's wonderful, don't get me wrong. I love it. We got the playground right here, right next to the old bank. Again, a relic of the past. This is the kind of playground that I probably played on when I was a kid. You know, I got the jungle gym right there, the classic swings. Look at that old playground. Of course, the lovely gazebo for people to just sit, relax. Oh, look, the merry-go-round. This is cool. So I didn't live in Newark very long. I was here from late January, early February to about July, August of 2015. At that time, I was working for the Fox River Resort. And shortly after my birthday in June, new management came and essentially started making some pretty big changes at the resort. And one of those was one of the managers didn't appreciate the way that I was doing some of the tours. I would make it a little easier for some of the people. You know, I had I was sent off to one of our sister resorts in Lombard, meaning I would have to travel from Newark to Lombard for a week. And that was not fun. Thankfully, my grandparents let me stay with them that week so I could actually get to and from work at a decent time without running late. But it was, the final straw for them was there was this one tour that came in, and the person came in with a bloody cast. Apparently, they had just had a surgery, and they were like, they wanted me to walk them all around the property, and they said that if I didn't make a sale, that was going to be it. And I didn't make the sale, obviously. And they fired me not too long after, which is incredibly sad. But I guess it was kind of a good thing because the property was then bought out by Holiday Inn. And just a couple months ago, the resort closed down. 10 years later. I enjoyed my time at the Fox River Resort. I do miss it. Maybe we'll go and we'll drive by it on our way back. But my time in Newark here, that winter, that very cold, it was very cold that year. Oh my gosh. 2015, that was one for the record books. That was, and not only that, but it was the first time being on my own. And there was a lot that was going through my head. I didn't really have furniture that meshed well with the property. If I can edit it on my computer, I will put in pictures of what my apartment looked like. Oh, look at this. This is cool. found a little keychain. Nürburgring. Little souvenir. Why not? But yeah. So that was my time working at Fox River Resort, living here in Newark. And I gotta admit, you know, this is cool. See, again, tic-tac-toe. Oh, you can barely move it now because it's so frozen. And again, I am not going to get on this swing set because I will probably destroy it with how heavy I am compared to how old and how brittle this is. But again, just because it's old doesn't mean it's got to go away. Maybe just, you know, fix it up a little bit. And I'm sure the kids that are playing on this every year don't realize how bad it is. So I love it. This is great. Keep theme park. Please keep playgrounds like this. Over there we got the Fern Dell Museum. I do know that it is closed. I actually did not get a chance to. Oh, there's two museums. There's the Rural Life Museum right there, and then the Ferndale Museum right across the street. Here we have the Charles B. Phillips Public Library District. And there's Mr. Charles B. Phillips himself. We shall do so much in the years to come, but what have we done today? We shall give our gold in a pricely sum, but what did we give today? What have we done today? That was a quote by Nixon Waterman that was put on his memorial. Kind of interesting to think about. What have we done today? What have you done today to make the world a little bit brighter, a little bit better? How are you fixing the world? And you don't have to do a whole lot, right? You can do little things and have it be positive and uplifting, and you'd be amazed at what you're capable of doing in just the small time that you have here on this earth. The Newark Fire Department. Love that. Again, lovely little town. How you doing? Beautiful day.
Yeah, not 20 below.
Yeah, 20 above. Progress. The Larson Insurance Agency, I guess they don't have events, or the agency right now. I love these old clocks. Beautiful again, to let people know the time. And even right next door is the blacksmith. I don't believe the blacksmith still exists. I think it is just a yeah, it's dedicated in memory of old Dervick. Blacksmith F. Missner, established 1834, almost 200 years ago. So what was really convenient about living at the Viking Apartments was that right next door was a pizza place. It wasn't Molina's, it was Stordo's Pizza. They actually had some pretty good pizza back in the day. I've yet to try Molina's, but it is about lunchtime. So maybe I'll pop in, get a slice, see what it's all about. You never know. Yeah, the vibes are very different from when I was here last. It looks like they updated a lot of the furnishings. You know, all of the seats are new. Gonna see what they have to offer today. The gentleman said that they do sell pizza by the slice, but it also looks like that they serve a lot of Mexican food. It is a pizza en cochina, which means that they now also serve a lot of, nachos, chimichangas. It'll be interesting. They have a large cheesesteak pizza. Interesting. So the guys at Melina were very sweet. You can get a slice of pizza and a canned beverage for $4.99. They did give me an extra slice, which was sweet. I'm going to save that for dinner. Woo-hoo. That looks great. Can't wait to give that baby a try. This thing's huge. Very good. So yeah, that was actually really good. Melina's Pizza and Cucina. Not only was the pizza so good, but they were kind enough to give me an extra slice, which I will be holding on to probably for dinner. But yeah, this was great. I did enjoy living in this apartment building. It was great, but unfortunately there were just other things happening in my life at that time that needed my immediate attention. So after about a couple of months of me living out here, I was here from February to about August, and I got my job back delivering pizzas in Oswego, and it was about a 45-minute commute one way, and then going and driving around Oswego and Aurora and wasting gas, and then driving all the way back. I was barely breaking even most nights. So my dad basically said, okay, we're moving you into one of my apartments in Oswego. And I stayed there for a long time. I was there about 5 years. So, but I will show you that one in another time. But I think we'll keep heading west for a little bit. I think I'll show you a couple of other really fun spots that I used to frequent in this area. Maybe show you the Fox River Resort itself. We'll see. But let's hit the road, see where we're going. Once upon a time, I actually wanted to learn how to fly an airplane, and here I actually went in, sat down, and talked with a guy about potentially taking flying lessons at Cushing Field, which is right here. I never did get a chance to fly, but maybe one day. One day, we'll see. If you want me to take you to Cushing Field, let me know in the comments down below. Now we're passing into a very lovely and familiar site. Velkommen til Norway, the first permanent Norwegian settlement in America, established in 1834. A lot of places established in 1834. This whole area, I guess, was developed around that time. But we're going to go and we're going to check it out. We're going to see a couple of things here super quickly. I'm really excited to show you. So let's make our way on down the road. And our first stop is actually going to be in this little gas station area right up here. And it's actually called the Norway Store. And with this being the first ever Norwegian settlement in America, established all the way back in 1848, we saw as a sign, the Norway Store is one of the oldest buildings here. It was established in 1848. And as you can see, a lot of the same ornamentation is still there. It's very cool. The Norway Store, as well as Francesca Pizza over there. These were two of my big hot spots when I was working at the Fox River Resort. Are you Francesca? You make it a pizza. Celebrated its 150th anniversary back in 1998. So here we are inside the Norway Store. As you can see, it also has an Avec diner when I was working at the resort. And we order breakfast sandwiches. They were called trolls. And you get an egg troll, a sausage troll, a bacon troll. This guy knows. He was there back in the day. Back in the old resort days. I love the etch. The etchings on the mirror here. Very, very cool. This is art. This is wonderful. And around it shows the history of the Norway store and what it used to look like back in the day. The water closets, what they used to call bathrooms back in the day. I love the old, again, I know it's themed and it's one of the oldest delicatessen cafe. And here they are, the breakfast trolls. You can get ham. They got pork chop sandwiches. Here's some old knickknacks and tools. 1970, the New Illinois. Makes you wonder what they did with the old one. Huh. Wonder who that was. Minnesota, land of the Vikings. Seem to be in the wrong place here, pal, but that's okay. And then, of course, this actually is a pretty much like a mini supermarket. It's got everything, and I do mean everything. It's got snack food. It has, of course, general groceries. Welcome to the seafood aisle. You can get Norway store merch. Here's Harvey's barbershop, but Harvey ain't home. Look at that, the old Coca-Cola sign. That's so cool. I love places like this. Up all over the place they have old signage. There's an old Pepsi sign. Look at that. All the old artwork. That would have been an old gas stations back in the day. Rainbow bread is good. I don't drink proper alcohol, but I do love me some sparkling grape juice. Now, believe it or not, this is not my first time filming here in the Norway store. As a matter of fact, when I first moved out here years ago, my buddy, my best friend, Aaron Barogan, came over here to visit me. He was going to Northern Illinois, and IU at the time, and he came to do some filming with me. And he actually did a fun little tour of the Norway store, what it used to look like back then. And I will leave a link to his video in the description for you to check that out. It's really cool. This is cool, some crocheted stuff. As you know, my mom makes a lot of these. Look at this little guy. Oh, that's so cool. I may have to get one just to show my mom. Look at this doofy little thing. I love him. And there's this guy. A little Viking. That's awesome. That's so cool. Oofta. So as you can see, my friends. Oh, it doesn't fit my head like it did his. Oh, well, that's fine. You can find a lot of things here at the Norway store. Feel like a Viking yourself. Come check it out at the oldest established Norwegian settlement here in the United States. Right here in good old Norway, Illinois. It's a lot of fun. And amazingly enough, while I was in there talking to the cashier, I just found out that this is still owned by the same family that founded the Norway store. So they're on their 7th generation of owners, which is amazing. Congratulations. This is awesome. I love it. We're actually going to go a little bit down the road to the Fox River Resort, at least what's left of it, see what we can find. Now, I have mentioned this time and again, I am not an urban explorer. I do not go in abandoned places. However, I do know that there are public roads that go around the perimeter of the Fox River Resort. So we're going to see what we can. We're not going to go on the property at all, to the best of our ability. But let's take a look and see what's left. So like we said, once upon a time, this was the entrance to the Fox River Resort. And like it is gated, it is closed down, which is, you know, we're not going to be going on the property, at least to the best of our ability. But we are going to be looking around. We're going to be going around the perimeter because, again, this is indeed a private, or it is a public road. But we're going to be able to see the remnants of the once mighty and majestic Fox River Resort. Those were the condos that people could stay, along with the golf course. They were very lovely condos. I'm not going to say otherwise. You know, staying there on the property was very nice. I did stay once or twice on property. I actually was introduced to this place through a, I took a tour years and years ago. It was probably around 2013. I came here for a tour. I had supposedly won a vacation, but unfortunately I didn't have the thousands of dollars needed to buy into the timeshare, so I did not. And that's okay, because I ended up getting to spend a lot of time here on the property anyway. And yeah, it turned out to be pretty cool. Yeah, they definitely have blocked off a lot of the resort area. It is no longer, there's no way that anybody is able to even drive onto the property, which I am not going to do. But I will show you this. This is actually where I spent the majority of my time, at the preview center. It used to be where, and I guess it still was, where we gave the presentations for all the people who were interested in buying into the program. And as you can see, obviously, there's nobody here to buy the program from. But yeah, the water park was actually on the opposite side of that fence. The activity center was over there. There was a lot of stuff. And there's talks that they may be auctioning the place off, which I think would be cool if they broke it up and did that. I think that would be okay. Just so this place continues to live and continue to bring in people. It'd be great for the economy. It's really a waste that there's, I mean, they sunk in probably billions of dollars into this place over the course of the 25 years that it's been around. And, you know, I will say this. If I had the money and I had the funds, I absolutely would have become an owner. But I didn't at the time, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because we have our own little vacation thing that we do as a family. We go down to Sanibel Island. But I am a staunch believer that if you're going to go on a vacation, go at least once a year. You got to refresh the batteries. Take a week every year. Go. Get out of your house. Go do something. And yeah, unfortunately, that's it. What's really sad for the whole thing is that the water park that they had on property, I was there when it opened. Like, I remember seeing it go, rise from the ground, and then building it, putting in the slides. I actually was there as part of a preview. I got to go in there with a couple of the other sales reps and showcase. And we got to see the water park, and it was very cool. It was all pirate themed. It was called Pirates Key, and Pirates Cove, excuse me. And they actually asked me to design the little mascot for it, which was going to be this little parrot dude. And I attempted to draw a parrot for them. They went and they got somebody else to do it. I think they found just like a clip art thing. I'm not exactly sure what they did, but it worked out really well. I got to see the little pirate dude that they made. And it's just a shame, honestly. The Fox River Resort was a huge part of my I guess independence, if you will. It was the first time that it was my first job that I had living on my own. It allowed me to live on my own for at least a couple of months. Like I said, I was out there from February to August of 2015, and I got fired from the resort in June, but I had gotten hired late 2012, late 2012, 2013. No, late 2013. That's it. That's when I got hired on. And good times. It was really sort of the creative peak for me when it came to basically, you know, I did a lot of stuff creatively during that time. I was drawing a lot more during that time. I was trying to figure out life at that time, and this was definitely a great place to learn how to live. It was very laid back. It was very easygoing. Prices were considerably lower than most places in Illinois. And it just had that farm life. I really got started here. And, you know, I really enjoyed it. I loved my time with the Fox River Resort. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I met a lot of really great people. Some folks that I still talk to today. People that I need to get back in touch with because I miss them so much. But yeah, I miss it a lot. I think about those guys all the time. And if any of you from the old Fox River days are watching this video, let me know down in the comments. Sign off. Let me know what you guys are doing. I'm curious to see where everybody dispersed to, where everybody went. I remember that when I got hired on there, I was working under a gentleman by the name of Andrew Gorski, and then there was John Lopez. Nick Garza was the leadership at that time. So many cool people. My buddy Andre Gavin, who I think about all the time. I remember Chuck. I remember Harmony. I remember, of course, Dante. My pal Haram. And so many. There were like three. As a matter of fact, there were 3 Mike C's that worked there when I joined. 4 Mikes total, including myself. So they already had a Michael, they already had a Mike, and they already had a Mike C. So I was, it was where I got my 2 nicknames of MC and Mickey. So I was MC while I was over there. And it was really interesting. And, you know, it was a good time. My buddy Andre, I used to sit with him at the table at the morning meetings. And all the time he'd go, MCC, what's going on, my brother? I miss him very much. Him and Eddie. Eddie had a laugh that would just lay you out on the floor. Like, he just was a bundle of energy. So many cool people that I used to work with over there. Again, let me know in the comments down below if you worked at the Fox River Resort while I was there. If it was owned by Silverleaf or it was owned by Holiday Inn. Let me know. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. Another shot of Cushing Field as we make our way back to the home front. Very cool. Well, that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as I went and I explored where I was 11 years ago when I first moved out. It's been very interesting. I'm very proud of where I am now and what I was able to get through, the lessons I learned. And this part of Illinois will always hold a very special spot in my heart. But I'm curious, what did you guys think? How did you enjoy this look back into my personal history with Newark and Norway and the now demised Fox River Resort? Please leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear if you worked at the Fox River Resort. Sound off in the comments. Say hello. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Give this video a like, subscribe if you really enjoyed it. When you do subscribe, make sure that you hit that bell and select all so you're notified every single time that I upload a video. I do have a goal to upload a video every single day for the entire year of 2026. They may be as intricate and edited as this one is going to be, or they could be just sit downs like we've had the past couple of vlogs. But again, for me, this is just kind of a personal journal, just kind of reflecting on my past as I make my way, as I prepare to make my way to the West Coast. No set details on that yet, but as soon as I get them, you will be the first to know. That I can promise you. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And as we always say at the end of this, you keep on adventuring